Hello and welcome to the second match of the day. It's Meme Team versus Team YOLO. We're running a bit late. The first squad for Meme Team is Jersey Man, Ham, Wannabe Black, Clutcherkiss, Pablo Discobar against Team YOLO, which is Stingby, UK401, Dirty Spawn, Big Zoopy, and Umar. The map bans are Border, Coastline, and Oregon being played. Map 1 being Border, and then Oregon being the second map, and Coastline being the decider. And map 1 border is in fact underway right now with the operator paths already done, and we're actually headed into the first round. The operators already picked, so the band operators are Thermite, Blackbeard, Echo, and Maestro. Now that is a very interesting set of bands. Thermite being a very strong operator on uh, border. Unfortunately, we have a disconnect. Fuse being picked off and being six picked to the Ash, and Stinkbee has left the game as well. So unfortunately, we might be going for a rehost. Uh, And we are back with the first round of map number 1 here in Border. Due to some unfortunate circumstances we had to have. So YOLO has actually used one of the 2 rehosts available to them, and now they are going to be a full squad. Meme team on the defense, bringing a Mira and a Bandit with the Legion. Definitely a very strong lineup, and the attackers bringing the Habana because the Thermite has been banned out. So an interesting choice of bans. Let's see how they work around it. The Jaeger of Pupo will be definitely a sight to watch.
Our very own lovely Popo.
Our lovely Pupo. Our Pupo will be the clutch player of this round. Let's see how this works out and how they play around all the strengths, all of their own strengths. As we are loading into the armory lockers, the first site of the border map.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
If you can just close down the cycle layout.
Yeah, I closed it out before you said it.
Fair enough. Yeah, just reinforcing the site, walls around the site. The Mira is actually reinforcing the wall from the metal stairs towards the fountain area, which will be an idea because firstly that is a very important area to hold. Clutcher Kiss with the Vigil roaming downstairs near Teller's area. Unfortunately, Pupo has been disconnected. Hopefully he will be able to rejoin the match, or else he will have to use one of their rehosts and call for it manually. So far, we do not think that we are going for a rehost. A couple of valley spawns, a couple of east gate spawns.
West gate spawns actually.
West gate spawns. Yeah, this seems to be a very
So
spread out attack so far.
Okay, so they don't have a BB. Or was it banned? No, it was not banned.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Blackbeard was banned.
So Blackbeard and Thermite are banned on the attacker
Yeah.
side, and on defense I believe is the Echo and the
Maestro.
Yeah.
So a lot of information taken away from the defenders, which is definitely going to be troublesome for them. Jackal on these generator balcony, just peeking into the break room, seeing if anyone's playing around it. No presence inside CCTV, which is very interesting because normally you would have someone contesting that, peeking outside. As thinking about this, Clutcher Kiss is actually retreat site, which is very interesting because he was in bathroom tellers when the round started, and he rotated later, so his rotate was not challenged. He's actually going on top of this bookshelf, which is a very difficult thing to do, but if you can do it, you get a very nice angle into the east window and the offices area. Hibana spawn peak, dirty spawn peak, just looking to open the wall. I think they have opened up the mirror window. I do not know. Yeah, they have. So but the wall is still amplified, so it's going to be difficult to get the mirror, the Hibana pellets on them. So the first kill goes. It's a Clutcher Kiss actually on that Vigil, the Zofia. Onto the Hibana, so now that's all the hard breach capabilities gone. The Pablo Escobar or the Legion will now look to have a rotate onto east stairs. There's no attacker presence on that area, so it's going to be very easy rotate for them. But the Twitch is actually pushing into the metals. Now a very beautiful kill.
4K so far by the. We need to secure the kill. There's one more attacker that is inside the okay, he was not inside the CCTV, he's outside.
He just missed the Vigil, so we could be looking at an ace by Clutcher Kids. Jackal is on a very low HP. This is looking very bad for Team YOLO. The diffuser is also down right in front of Clutcher Kids. He's full health. He's
really get the listen, that's a first ace for the
and
Vigil.
That is an ace for the Vigil. Really commendable. Beautiful plays by. What do you have to say? You know him. You have played with this guy a lot. What do you think about this round?
Well, Vigils is one of his favorite operator that he likes to play, and he's certainly flexing on his old teammates. So that's a good round for him, good start for him, I would say. Despite the one-man disadvantage for meme team.
Yeah, I really have to say he really didn't take it on him too much. He didn't think about it too much. He just got the kills that were needed, and the ace definitely helped him secure the round.
Yeah.
And now the second defense going down to ventilations. So pretty standard so far, bringing the Mira with the castle. You would usually castle off the bathroom door to restrict any access into the bathroom for the attackers. The attackers obviously bringing a lot of soft destruction with the Sledge, Ash, and the Zofia. The Tush will probably have recharges as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach this defense of the meme team.
The meme team usually likes to play on the top floor, one or two guys, one or two roamers of their own. Usually they would bring the Pulse, who would be giving out callouts to his teammates downstairs, and then they take action on those callouts. So we are seeing a pretty common setup inside bathrooms. So you reinforce the leftmost wall that is exposed to the teller's door, and then you leave the other walls, rest of the walls. But Popo is somehow reinforcing the wall inside the bathroom as well, even though they have a rotator over there.
Rad, if you could just get rid of the
yeah, I got rid of it, thank you.
Yeah.
So Mira has set her first Mira on the wall between the two bombs, and she will set the second Mira towards the customs area.
The Ash.
Bandit was looking for a spawn peek, but he will not get anyone.
Inside, not deciding to challenge too aggressively onto the main door. Valley, I'm not sure. UK, or they have one door on the side, so the door that leads into ventilation, and unfortunately another disconnect by Sting Bean now to use their last rehost, or else they will be playing in a 4-man deficit. It hinder meme team's capabilities last time around. The Ash will now use one of her charges on the castle barricade.
She just sees the mirror, but she will not hit any shots.
Just misses on the mirror, peeking just through her window, actually. Just misses out on it, just bad timing. Halfway through the round, the Jaeger of Popo is still inside bathroom, waiting for the Ash to push in, and the Hibana actually gets the first kill onto the Legion. Too bad for Team YOLO, as the Hibana now moves into the Telos area and is looking to open up the Ash using her Hibana pellets.
She's just
not sure how that's working.
She wanted to open the castle barricade towards the bathroom. The Ash is probably gonna see the mirror, but she misses, and the mirror will get the headshot on the Ash. That's another frag in favor of meme team. So we see the Twitch and the Hibana towards the east side of the map. The only one on the west side is with the diffuser is the Sledge of UK. So the Hibana of Dirty Spawn Peak will get another kill on Popo inside bathroom. He will push the castle as well. He will lit up the castle very much, and he will get the kill on the castle as well. So that's a 3k so far for the Hibana of Dirty Spawn Peak.
Yeah, beautiful plays by the Hibana, pushing into bathroom, getting 2 kills onto the Jaeger and the what was it? Was it
the castle?
Castle, yeah, the castle, yeah. And now the Bandit pushes into the main door. It's 2v2 as they look to push into side. The Sledge is just waiting outside the window, and Dirty Spawn Peak looking to see if the Bandit will push out again.
Mira is looking the wrong way. And it's a 1v1 between the Bandit and the Bandit misses that shot, and the Hibana will get the headshot, and she returns with another ace of her own.
It was this close. The Bandit was this close to just getting another ace but Dirty Spawn Peak on the Hibana, just not missing any of his shots.
No, actually the Hibana did get an ace.
Oh wow, so that's 2 aces in 2 rounds. That's impressive. I have to say, beautiful plays by the Hibana. Just knowing when to peek, knowing how to peek, just having her aim on the head level, not missing the headshots, and just spraying down anyone and everyone. Beautiful plays by Dirty Swan Peak, and I have to say, poor defense on side of the meme team.
Yeah, the two of them, or maybe one, the castle did not need to peek the bathroom. He could have held the impact hole passively because the Hibana did not have any soft destruction with her, so she had to come from the impact hole. So the castle could have held her off, but he decided to push her in the bathroom anyway, and he was shut down by the Hibana with her bearing 9. And then the Miura was looking the wrong way.
Yeah, just poor communication, just not enough information relayed to the teammates, and
Defenders,
now
yeah.
we can see that the Valkyrie pick by Pablo Escobar,
Protect your bombs.
that'll be interesting because they finally realized that they don't have enough information in and around site to actually relay to each other. So it'll be interesting how they use the Valkyrie. Maybe a couple of cams on the main door, maybe one outside the bathroom area.
Discover the location of a
We
bomb.
actually see the Valkyrie going upstairs, so maybe a cam.
She's already used one of her cams, unfortunately. We cannot see where she placed her first cam, but
Area.
she still has 2 more.
Forcing the hand. Maybe she'll put a camera outside here. Yep, she's opening the window. Maybe if she throws a
5 seconds left.
camera to the left, she'll be able to as you'll
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
so that camera. But
Yo,
the
Ahmed,
defense, this and
Ahmed?
bringing the IQ will be able to spot that camera very easily. So
Ahmed, can you hear me?
influential choice by the defenders. As well, Zubi just making onto the main door. Bandit just peeking onto the door. He has a mirror window. He doesn't need to hold this angle.
He wants to get an early frag for his team.
Just some late reinforcements coming in by Popo. As you can see, the Jackal outside the bathroom tellers area. As unfortunately, Popo will disconnect once again. Unfortunate circumstance. But in making
Ahmed,
as the first kill actually taken by the Jack to the Mira of Clutcher Kiss. So that's very important. That's
yeah, Ahmed, your voice is cutting off. I don't know if you know it or not. Jackal of Zubi got the first kill, and the defenders are already at a huge disadvantage in terms of man count. There's a 3v5 in favor of the attackers.
they've already
Mira will peek aggressively outside the main
yeah.
gate. She might find someone if she decides to push up, and she'll find someone in the metal stairs. She misses her shots, and the Hibana will shut her down with little loss to her HP. And Popo has returned. The
As,
Hibana
it's
might
a
get
2v.
another kill. Yeah. Bandit of M41 gets another kill, but the Hibana will shut him down as well. It's a 1v4 for the mute. He has the pings on the attackers, he has the info. He gets the kill on the Twitch. The diffuser is being planted down. The Hibana is watching the metal stairs. He'll push the Hibana on the metal stairs. He's holding an angle shield. Missed the Hibana due to that hollow side. The Hibana will get yet another 3k. Nice gunplay by the Hibana. Ahmed, are you here with me? No. Okay. So, in the first 3 rounds, the team YOLO has a lead over meme team. Dready Spawn Peak has been leading his team with some nice gunplay and an ace in the second round, which was in response to an ace by meme team's Clutch or Kiss.
8 kills in 3 rounds. I have to say, amazing gunplay by the Hibana, and just on top of her shots. Let's see how it continues on to the fourth round, as the defenders actually know it was the attackers. So they're deciding to move on to armory lockers, which is a very interesting choice because now they've lost Wentz twice. Let's see
Yeah, so
how.
now that they had played two more sites after the win on Armory Lockers, they can go back to Armory, which is what they are doing right now. So certainly, their ventilation and workshop defense is not it's not that strong.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, they're certainly more comfortable playing armory lockers because it was a pretty easy cleanup last time around, even though they had a disconnect and they got an ace by Clutch and Kiss, it was still pretty decent, and the attackers struggling to figure out how they want to attack this site. Just reinforcing in around side. It will be interesting to see where the Mira decides to put one of her mirrors, because if they want to play aggressively like last time around, she might put one on the armory wall. She has some. Her mirror fade is almost over, so it'll be interesting to see where she puts her mirrors down. Still trying to figure out what she wants to do. Maybe a bit miscommunication coming in. Yep, there we go. This mirror window allows the defenders to hold the fountain from inside archives, so allows them to save a body. They
The
don't have
dog
to,
gets a spawn peak kill on the Sting B on the Ash.
Meanwhile,
of Muzammil. And okay coming out in chat by the Muzammil.
yeah, that has to be tilting for the Yash, getting spawn peaks so early in the round, not being able to influence it anyway. He's gonna barricade the door now. He's done what was needed. He's gotten rid of the Yash, one of the most influential operators so far, and this is not looking good for Team YOLO now, because it's now full fight. It's 4v5, and Clutcher Kiss now looking to see if he can aggressively peek over this bookshelf, and Bandit looking Ham, maybe looking
Late
for
mirror.
a bandit trick. If a mirror, it's almost halfway through. Yeah, the mirror window coming in halfway into the round, so very interesting choice. The Hibana now finally moving into the server area, into the CCTV area. The push drone will be moving in to get rid of any of the cams, and yeah, full CCTV control by the for the attackers. As you can see, all four of them now lining up inside. It will be a very standard armory wall take. Bit of this mirror window, as well as the and Jackal just holds there. Hibana actually pushed on two ties. They took controlling onto an office mistake. The
Yeah, Ahmed, your voice is cutting off. I don't know if you can hear me, but your voice is cutting off, unfortunately. So we see the Jackal
from the Twitch rotating as well. Jackal droning in, making sure that the attackers are aware that they're being pushed from multiple angles. Unfortunate.
So they've moved from CCTV to offices, and they will lose one more man to the Jaeger of Popo, who is aggressively peeking from the Mia window, but his cover will be blown up by the Hibana, and Hibana will be shut down by the dog, and Bandit gets another kill. It's all up to the Twitch of Umar in a 1v5 clutch situation. Let's see what he can do without the diffuser, and 15 seconds on her hand with 50 HP. He pushes up the metal stairs. He's inside sight. Okay, he's dead. That's a nice cleanup by meme team. A 9k, 9 frags coming out by Clutcher Kiss. Ahmed, are you here?
Yeah, just having some technical issues. Hopefully they'll be resolved now. And
Yeah, so can you see the screen?
yeah. Everything is fine. Just looking to go into round number 5. Armory defense once again working perfectly for the defenders. The Capcan being brought, I will have to say, a very interesting choice of operators. Not something you see every day.
And the Jackal being brought once again by Zubi. He's doing a good job, I would say. Not so good because he's only got 1 kill so far, but maybe he has been tracking some operator. I didn't see anyone being tracked, so maybe not. But let's see what they can pull out with this lineup.
The Jackal definitely not using a lot of his utility the last time around, not being able to track a lot of footprints because there wasn't a lot of roam play going on by Mean Team, so they realized that the roam clear by Team YOLO is very efficient and they're playing around it and allowing more bodies. By having more bodies inside, they allow themselves to be more able to have any late round pushes. Now this is interesting to see because they're reinforcing the wall towards
offices inside archive, and they will also reinforce the hatch inside archive, so they are certainly putting some utility upstairs. I think I saw about 4 Capcan traps upstairs, and they also put a battery upstairs, so they are certainly planning to hold the top
they
floor.
want to hold upstairs. They want to hold upstairs as long as possible. Meanwhile, they also want to they're also using a lot of utility upstairs, which might come back to haunt them later on in the round if the attackers decide to work around.
The Capcan is sitting inside the small jail, and he might not
He's
be
watching the
droned
cameras.
so
He
far.
might be able to catch someone right outside if the wall is unreinforced, and if the drone work comes in and at the right time. Yeah, as you can see, I think the Capcan was droned out just there by that drone. Not really tell for sure, but yeah, the Capcan will now just into the customs area. I think he has some information that they are being pushed.
He got the kill on the Jackal, who did
And
not
watch an
drone probably.
amazing shot on the Jackal. His poor drone work.
The Jackal
Can he rotate back into sand?
So the Capcan gets another kill as well.
YOLO in customs.
So it's a 2v5, and the Capcan gets another kill. It's all up to the Umar, the Twitch of Umar. Once again, he'll be in a 1v5 situation without the diffuser once again, but this time he has more time to work with. He can grab the diffuser. Will we see another 1v5 ace clutch, as we saw in the last match by the Buck of Team Mystic? He'll push to the main entrance to grab the diffuser probably. He's looking for someone to peek out aggressively. He might find the Capcan who was planning to peek out aggressively. He will find the Capcan, but he will be immediately refragged by the Legion of Rahmat wannabe Plaid. So that's pretty dominant performance so far on Armory Lockers, I would say, by Meme Team, but they finally managed to lock out the defense on Ventilation and Workshop. So Clutter Kiss Hassan getting 12 frags so far for his team in 5 rounds. And on the other hand, Dirty Spawn P got an ace in the second round with the Hibana, and then he got a 3k in the third round with the Hibana, but was not able to do anything in the last round. The only kill that anyone got from Team YOLO in the last round was the last kill on the Capcan by the Twitch. We have been having some unfortunate disconnects here and there, but there's not much we can do about it except wait for them. So the UK 401 will return, and he will get a non-banned operator, which is always good because we don't need to rehost for that. So Clutter Kiss will 6-pick off of the Pulse to a mute, and no one on Team YOLO will use the 6th pick.
Attackers need to locate and
So as we head to our 6th and final defense round for Meme Team, they will be going to defend. They will be trying to defend the customs on the ground floor. So the lineup for meme team is a dog, mute, bandit, rook, and a Jaeger. So they have enough counters to thermite or the Hibana, because thermite is banned, to shut down any
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
Okay, so we are back. So the bandit will be able to shut down anyone trying to open the wall towards jail. The bandit is looking for a spawn peak towards the west spawn, but unfortunately none of the attackers have spawned towards the west side. Most of them spawn towards the valley. In fact, all 5 of them spawn towards the valley side. I'll be back with you shortly. Ahmed, are you back with me? No, not yet. Okay, so the Rook of Ahmed gets a spawn peak on Umar, the Twitch of Umar. He's looking for aggressively towards the valley side for another kill. He might not find anyone because there's no one on that side anymore. So the attack has shifted towards the west side. The wannabe Plat runs out once again and he finds another kill on the Sting B on Muzammil, Hibana. So no hard breach for you. And one more kill goes to Bandit, the ham for everyone Bandit. So it's all up to the Ash and the Jackal of Zubi and UK. Let's see what they can do with the time left with them. So the Ash will be pushed by the dog of Popo or the dog of Pablo Discobar instead, and he will get the kill on the Ash. And it's all up to the Jackal in a 1v4 clutch situation. Once again, he does not have the diffuser, but he has enough time to retrieve the diffuser and get the clutch if he tries his best. Wannabe Plat is lit up and the Mute will face the C4 trying to get a kill on the Jackal. The Jackal is not even trying, he's just looking for someone to peek aggressively. Someone will run out from the Archive's window, he'll miss all his shots, but finally he'll get the headshot on the Mute. So it's a 1v3 class situation right now for the Jackal. The Doc will heal himself up, he'll also heal Rook back up to 100 HP. So the Jackal is still waiting outside. I don't know what he's waiting for. He can grab the diffuser and start pushing towards the side. He has enough time to work with, which shoots through the railing but will not find anyone's head. The Jaeger knows his position. The dog gets a nice headshot on the Jackal outside. A bomb. Okay, Ahmed, are you back with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Just waiting on the video.
Yep.
I should be getting it in just a few minutes.
I'm calling you.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
So, yeah. First half of defense by meme team, I have to say 4-2 is a respectable.
Hello? Ahmed, we lost you there once again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Pardon. Bear with me as I try to get rid of these technical issues. We have lost Ahmed once again. He's having some internet difficulties, internet issues. So we'll be once again going to... Okay, so the roles have swapped, so now it's Team YOLO, or YOLO squad is going on defense and they'll be defending the armory lockers on the first try. We see a Monty being brought up by meme team, most of the meme team will be spawning towards east side. In fact, 4 of them will be spawning towards east side. The only one not spawning towards east side will be the sledge of Ham for Everyone. Will be spawning on the west side. He will be looking for any spawn peeks or any runouts by any aggressive defender. So Legion will be the only one playing in CCTV. I don't think they realize this, that it's an office take by meme team despite the lack of thermite. Let's see how they're going to manage. They're probably going to push the Monty to the balcony. Ivana is starting to open up the wall towards archives, facing all the way inside armory blockers. Ahmed, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back, and coming in by meme team.
Can you
Actually, no, Team YOLO. Actually, yeah, I could see this now. Dirty Spawn P getting a kill on to the Buck, and meanwhile the Frost gets another kill onto Clutcher Kiss. It's down to a 2v1, Monty and Thatcher. You do not want a Monty to be in a 1v or a 2vx situation, regardless of who is with him. It's really difficult to work the
gets a
corners.
kill on
He
the
decides
twitch,
to
but he'll be
ADS.
free
and
frag
gets a kill.
by Bandit with a
And-
double kill, double headshot kill onto the Monty and the Thatcher.
What amazing communication coming below. Just the Frost relaying the information perfectly, saying, telling them exactly when to peek. The Monty obviously trying his best to recover that round, but obviously it just wasn't enough. So Team YOLO looking to come back into this game. A 4-3 scoreline, winning their first defense on Armory, going down to ventilations now. So we'll see how this plays out. They are bringing a Mira and a Frost again, something that we did last time. Obviously, the Frost traps weren't a big deal, but Frost's gun used very effectively, getting, I believe it was 2 kills, 2 very important kills, one on the generator window and one on outside the ledge. She was obviously refragged by Monty, ADSing Monty, but the information she relayed after that was enough to get the double kill to end the round by Bandit. And now we go on to round number 8, onto ventilations. The attacker lineup not so different. The Monty and the Thatcher from the last round. Hibana bringing out Clutcher Kiss, bringing the Jackal though. That'll be very interesting because we know that when the castle is brought out, we will usually have someone upstairs in the armory area having some pre-made holes built so that they can influence the site from upstairs. The attackers will be looking to negate any vertical pressure from the defenders and clearing out any defenders from the top floor, and then going down towards the bottom floor for the plant, because the bottom floor is the site. Yeah, the Jackal has a pre-placed drone in Armory. Unfortunately, we will have disconnect from the defenders side. QE and a team kill. What a team kill! And we will in fact be
going
getting
for
a rehost.
So we'll see you on the other side. Ahmed, we are live.
Okay, unfortunate circumstances have led to the fact that we will be playing a 4v5 match now. Meme team will be struggling a lot because of the fact that they will be a man down. Their substitute as well, not having enough, not having electricity in his house. So,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, surely, Wentz attack now, round 8 underway. Um, let's see what Pupo has finally decided to rejoin us. The Mira being brought on ventilation, definitely a strong pick regardless of the
Really sorry.
site. Bless you. Um, the Frost being brought out once again. So last round on Armory defense, the Frost traps were not a lot of disruption for the attackers, while they were not even allowed to enter into the site to be affected by those the frost traps. So let's see how she uses them here. Obviously on ventilation there are a couple of windows where the attackers could jump in from. The mute being 6-picked onto the mute, so just wasting this 6-pick, realizing they don't need anyone else.
No,
The
that's
mute
that's
on
that's the next level. Stop! You don't understand that. That's high IQ play. You won't understand it right now. Yeah. You know, if you do that, you will get 5 mute jammers instead of 4. Have you not tried that?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I didn't
You
know that
should.
was a thing. Yeah, definitely some poggers in chat. The jackal being brought by the by the attackers alongside the Twitch and the Thatcher. So a lot of anti-utility operators being brought. The sledge will be a very important pick for the attackers, because if he can somehow get into armory, clear up the armory and its surroundings, he'll be able to influence the site below by sledging.
So just to
the
point that
floor.
out, the attackers had lost all 4 of their drones in the prep phase, including the treasure drone. So that's really poor drone economy by the attackers.
The Twitch will be actually using her second drone to. Yeah, there is a mute jammer on this door which will catch the Twitch drone, which is very unfortunate. Obviously the mute will not know that he has actually caught a drone on his jammer, so she will be able to pick the drone back up. But that just puts her in a very precarious situation, because she has to go all the way to the door, and if there is someone playing near the armory wall, he'll be able to catch him easily. There is someone inside armory near the bells area. The Jackal has tracked him. He has the PDW in hand, the quick ADS. He will be peeking onto him. Will he be able to find him? The mute playing very passively, deciding not to peek, deciding to peek away. The window is in fact open, and he doesn't know that there's no one in there, but he will be careful. But he gets the kill on the sledge. The sledge was actually preparing a grenade, but he will be immediately reflagged by the jackal. So a fair trade, losing the mute and the sledge, but you lose that verticality that the sledge would have brought. Obviously now the recharge is on the jackal and not a shotgun. An interesting choice now, because he has vertical pressure that he can bring to the side. He can, as you can see, he's breaching open all the floor. He has he's in control of all the rotations between side. He can easily get a few easy kills if he decides to peek into it. As you can see here, there you go. There's some pre-made holes as well, some holes made by the breaching charge of the jackal. He will now be rotating down towards the main gate. Only 1 minute left, so a lot of time wasted by that view upstairs. Rest of the defenders have decided to rotate back in. The jackal will actually just run into customs. The Twitch, meanwhile, will get a kill onto the
second kill for the Twitch.
The Twitch is on a
kill
rampage,
for
and
the
a
Twitch.
third kill by the Twitch. The Twitch is inside. She has control of sight, and it's only one defender left who's near the east stairs. Jackal will come into contact, but the Jaeger will get a quick, good kill onto the Jackal. It's a 1v2, the Thatcher and the Twitch against a lit up Jaeger. This is not looking good for the Jaeger. His position has been given away by that kill. The defenders stacked up on the middle stairs. They need to get the plant down. Only 25 seconds left. The Pupo will now go for a plant, but can the Jaeger deny this plant from upstairs? I don't think it's possible. The plant will go down soon enough, and there you go. Jaeger on half HP will have the ability to influence the attackers from upstairs, but despite being a bit too late, Pupo is actually caught up on a frost trap. The Twitch, I don't think the Twitch will go for a revive though. He will stick it out. Pablo Discobar looking for a fight. He does know that the time is in his favor. Halfway through the diffuse plant,
Go for the
she will rotate, run into side. The position of the Jaeger will be given way. She will go for the revive. I think the
Claymore! The
and
Claymore of the Pupo gets the
What did
the Claymore that
Pablo-
Pupo said at the very last moment before
just
stepping
before
into
going
the
down
frost
to the
man.
frost trap?
Yeah, it finally works out in favor of Pupo as he watches the Jaeger fly.
What an amazing clutch by Pupo. Even when he was down and out, he was able to get the kill on the Jaeger, who was looking to get the kill onto the Twitch because the Twitch wasn't aware of his rotate into sight. And had that Claymore not been there, that would have been a very easy kill for the Jaeger and an easy 1v4. But amazing game sense by Pupo to put that Claymore there and hold out all the...
The chat is laughing. They're saying that the Pupo is planting. Our very own lovely Pupo. just to let you know, Pupo has told us all, the Rainbow Six community, that he's the secret coach of Pengu from G2. So he used to coach the Pengu back in the day in year 1 season 1, and since then he has gone underground and he has been coaching him through private streams online personally, and he has only told us that secret.
I can't get over that play by Pupo. He has to be the hero of that round, despite the fact that Twitch. Yeah, the Twitch got all the kills, but it was Pupo on the Thatcher with that Claymore, just clutching that round out at the end. Amazing plays by all of them, and Meme Team surely looking to finish out this round on a high note. Once again, another ventilation defense coming in.
The last round was made for the attackers by the Twitch of Pablo Discobar. If it weren't for the Twitch, it would have been probably a defender's win, because they lost the sledge early on to the mute while cooking the nade up in the archives. It was made for them by the Twitch of Pablo Discobar.
Yeah, and now we see a couple of east side entrances, a couple of west side entrances, no valley spawns coming in so far.
But there's some presence inside CCTV. He might be looking to run out.
The Jaeger has that door open, so he is ready for the run out. He's just waiting for intel from his his other operators. The Jackal is in prime position to be picked off by the Jaeger should he choose to run out and jump from the balcony, but I think the Jackal is aware of his precarious situation. The Ash is now droning herself in. She sees that the bathroom is reinforced and is cut off from the site, and there's no way for her to have easy access into the site from there. She will look to drone other parts of the map and look to see if she can they have full bathroom palace control, so she can move in and now proceed onto the main lobby east stairs side. This is a very important position for the attacker tab, because she can now go upstairs, but the Jaeger of Umar gets a kill onto Pupo and is immediately reflagged by the Twitch of Pablo Discobar. The Twitch coming in clutch once again, making sure the refrags are coming in time, despite the fact that they are in a man disadvantage. One of those soft balls on site being ashed open. Now that's very important, because now she has a lot of long sights into the site. No, the ACOGs being brought by the defenders means that they will not be able to challenge the Ash on those long angles should she choose to hold them. Now the push moving into Armory, she will find the Jackal and a beautiful kill on the Vigil to make it 3-3, and that is Armory control in the hands of the attackers. One of the goo mines will hit the Ash downstairs, but now they have full upstairs control. They have the sledge, and now they can sledge open the entire floor and basically kill anyone they want from upstairs. The Ash will look to keep pressure from downstairs, making sure the defenders are on their edge, and they're thinking about any horizontal pressure as well as vertical pressure as well. 45 seconds left as Clutcher Kiss just pre-fires into the side. Maybe he sees the mirror, and the mirror gets a beautiful kill onto the Ash. So it's all down to the Twitch and Sledge, who are both upstairs. The impact grenades going upstairs. 2 goo mines still in the hand of the Legion. Sledge now making his way down the metal stairs. The Twitch droning in front of him, making sure there's she knows where everyone is. They're all on the workshop side, so they might be able to get a plant down. Should they now finally the goo mine on that store will give them position away. Legion gets a kill on the Twitch. It's all down to Ham on the Sledge. 9 seconds left. He has to defuse it. He misses a lot of shots.
Yeah.
He misses so many shots at the Legion, and Legion finishes off Sledge, and a beautiful round by Team YOLO. What do you think, Ran?
So that was an unfortunate early kill given by the Popo to the YOLO squad, which resulted in a 3v5 round for meme team, yeah, for meme team.
Yeah, meme team.
And they were at a huge disadvantage at the start of the round, so that did not turn out to be as good in favor of them.
We seem to be having some ping issues. I hope they can be. Yeah, just internet being the internet that is PDCL being PDCL. Hopefully these issues will fix themselves out. The admin will be asking for a rehost. They do have, I think they have one more rehost left after the switch last time around. I'm not sure. Yeah, so
they decided not to take the rehost. Meme team, reminding you, meme team still has 2 rehosts left, and whereas Team YOLO has used both of their rehosts.
As we go into round 10, onto another ventilation defense.
Armory.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm sorry. My eyes are eluding me right now. But armory defense right now, round number 10, 5-4. It's been a very even contest so far between the two. Bandit already suffering some damage, probably from some impact grenades or maybe the shotgun or the Twitch. The Twitch drone actually the only drone alive so far, so poor drone economy by the attackers. I really have to say they should be saving these drones for later rounds when they are more valuable. As we see a couple of spawns to the east entrance and a couple on the west main gate. This seems to be a very linear take into armory. If not, they might be going into the offices. The Twitch actually loses her first round, so
she did get the first mirror, so mirror will decide to do a double mirror setup, and she lost her first mirror.
So that's a very good setup by the defenders, realizing the situation and working around it. I think that was the original idea. She was just waiting for the Twitch drone to come in, but she could make sure that Sledge just running into the building now, just sledging open the window.
Guy playing downstairs inside passport. He might get a good flank on the Sledge pushing up the east stairs right now. The Sledge has pushed all the way up the east stairs. He's looking at down the hallway and he'll get the default cam. The Jaeger still downstairs playing inside passport office.
Yeah, the Jaeger decides not to engage the flank. I'm really going to think that maybe he just wants to wait for the opportune moment. He's waiting for some intel from his other defenders. Obviously there is no Valkyrie, Echo or Maestro for that intel to be relayed through. The cam was shot down, but that was it. The Sledge will now just move into offices, and Ash of Clutcher Kiss will actually get the first kill from the generator window, and she just retreats from there. The Sledge now pressuring into sight from offices. I don't think the defenders are aware of his position. The Jaeger will finally move away from Passport, but he will still be here. He doesn't know that he has been negated in all shape or form. The Ash will just run past him upstairs, up the metal stairs, and Jaeger would just miss him. And Pablo Discobar on that Twitch making great work off that gun. He might be caught off guard by the Jaeger. There you go. Yeah, the Jaeger in Passport not droned out, poor droning, but the Clutcher Kiss Ash once again getting kills in. UK on that Frost is really lit, but he has gotten the kill, and it's all down to the Jaeger downstairs in a 1v2 against Ash and a Twitch. Ash and a Thatcher, actually. They have to defuse it, but the Jaeger has made his way all the way up top. 40 seconds left. Can he get the kill? His position has been given away. Some pre-fires. The diffuser has gone down. Thatcher's kiss has been down. It's all down to Pupo in a 1v1 against Omar. Can we see a clutch by Pupo himself? He has been lit up through the wall. I don't think Omar realized that he has lit up Pupo. He will go for the defuse. I think he might be thinking it. No. Pupo will push him and he will get mowed down. And Omar will clutch this round 1v2. What an amazing play by the Jaeger. Coming in on the late flank. Getting 3 important kills for the defenders. And making it a 5-5. What do you have to say, Ran?
Well, the Ash literally threw the round. She had the HP, she had the gun. She could have got the kill on the Jaeger if she had dedicated herself to the angle that she was holding towards the metal, but she unfortunately left the angle at the wrong time, and the Jaeger just saw her cross, and the Jaeger got a kill on her head, or the bullet on her head, and that was it for Ash.
Unfortunate circumstances for the attackers. See, that's where if they had that 5th guy, that would have really helped them to have someone else holding that angle or droning into passport to make sure that it's clear. The Jaeger having mongoose-like reflexes, making sure that he doesn't give his position away too early. He did let the Ash creep away, which then obviously led to the plant and the clearing of the site, but he was able to move his way just in time to catch the Twitch, who was making the rotate onto the metal stairs, and then catching the Ash and the Thatcher off guard. If you could just move the mouse from the screen, that would be great.
Yeah,
Ran.
sorry.
Yeah. So, as we go into round 11 of the map, it's been a really entertaining game so far. So let's see how this defense works out. They'll be going to customs now, because this is the only site that is not. It's either customs or tellers, and they will choose customs because it is considered to be the better. Some misunderstanding coming in from the defenders. Maestro was banned.
Yeah,
but I
unfortunately we
think
had the wrong ban, so we'll be unfortunately having a rehost right now. We'll be back shortly, quickly.
We are back into this match 5-5 score line. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, we had to rehost, but it seems like we still have a 4v5. Meme team struggling to find a fifth player. They will have to play on with the four-man squad. We'll see how long they can hold on for. The Frost and the Legion being brought on to a customs defense, so that's an interesting prospect. Let's see how they work this out. Maybe a frost trap on the window towards the outside part. Maybe a frost trap on the sandwich area where the attackers would usually vault into for a long line of sight into defense, where you can see the Jaeger, I think. Can't really see clearly, but yeah, the Jaeger was reinforcing before, and the bandit actually inside. He'll probably be doing so. The Jaeger coming upstairs will probably be reinforcing this hatch here. Yep, perfect. He'll probably be holding upstairs as well because most of the floor is. I think the floor is breachable.
Yeah, it's
I'm
reachable.
not sure.
Most of CCTV is reachable.
Yeah, so it'll be very difficult for the defenders downstairs. They'll be losing a huge chunk of customs should they lose CCTV early. And now the attackers coming in from the valley spawns, one spawning on the west gate as well. Most of the defenders are on site, so this is a very strange technique of defending customs. Usually you'll have one, maybe two people, more than two sometimes, upstairs because the site is very huge and you don't require a lot of people to actually hold it. But because of the absence of Maestro and Echo, this site is very difficult to defend. The defenders using the thing and putting the mirror as well, so it'll be interesting to see. Dirty spawn peek with the dog just peeking out to the open through the open Hibana hole. The attacker's having no problem in opening up. Oh, he peeks away at the wrong time, misses just by a split second. He's still holding up here. He's getting constantly droned out, but very little can be done of that information. The Hibana will decide to peek in, just does the shots just graze past his shoulder. The dog wisely not being too aggressive. The dog will get a free kill on the Twitch that just decides to walk in very unadvised. The clutcher kill. The defuse plant is going down! What's going on? There is absolutely no coverage of the defuse plant so at all, as every one of the defenders was focused on the attacker on the jail wall, but they have downed the Hibana. They might not realize that they have downed it. The Popo once again getting a post-death kill using that claymore. The defenders will stick the defuse. They were not able to confirm the kill onto the Hibana, and it's 6-5 match point in favor of Team YOLO. I have to say, whatever the attackers wanted to do, they were unable to do it. The quick plan strategy going in from the window into the workshop.
So despite them droning out the dog and playing inside the jail, since Thermite is banned, they could not open the wall completely, and they had to use Hibana, who makes not as big of a hole as Thermite would. So they were peeking aggressively the dog, and the dog was not letting his position, letting go of his position. So the Twitch finally decided to push in, but she was killed by the dog, and that unfortunately was the downfall.
A very difficult angle for the attackers to peek through because the dog was very well covered by the half wall, and there was a very slight portion of his body that was being shown, that was peeking through that half wall, and it was a very difficult shot for the attackers to make, and the dog made full use of it. Meanwhile, there was no cover on the defense on the diffuse plant which was being made on that window. Unfortunately, there was not enough cover post plant by the attackers, and the diffuser was brought down very easily. And now back to ventilations for possibly the last round of this map. Could we see another clutch ace by the Ash, or maybe Popo bringing in that Thatcher, using that Claymore for an ace? We'll find out. He'll definitely be an important asset for the team. Thatcher will be useful in clearing out any of the goo mines set up by the Legion of...
Recovered their diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I can't really see, but yeah, the Legion will have a lot of goo mines set up around the site, and he will be... The Thatcher can easily get rid of them. That's actually the only one spawning on the valley side. The bug brought by the attackers though, that's an interesting prospect, because two people upstairs holding down armory and archives. The bug is already on the hallway and he's looking.
He will get the headshot.
What an amazing shot by Clutcher Kiss.
He gets on the drone at the wrong time, and Umar, that was so close. If the Legion had decided to peek a little more wide, he could have got an easy kill onto the bug.
But he couldn't have known that the bug was on his drone.
Meanwhile, time for one gets another kill on UK. That's a frost down.
That's a quick clear up of the roam by the
and another kill by the bug upstairs. He gets the Legion finally, who missed him in the first so-called engagement.
Yeah, the so-called timidness of the defenders finally working against them. There you see the goo mines coming into play. Not a lot of them being laid down because the Legion was lost so early. So a 4v2, defenders are on the disadvantage. The bandit actually got taken down by Pablo Discamar, who's pushed all the way into sight, and he gets in the fight with the mirror. He doesn't see him in time. What an amazing shot. The Ash salvages the round beautifully. 2 amazing kills. The defenders not able to realize when they're being pushed. Not enough information being relayed. An interesting round nonetheless. The defenders not able to.
The Legion missed the bug upstairs, and then the bug gets another kill on the Legion. I think he got another kill on them, or maybe not, because the Zofia got 1 kill and then the Ash got the rest of 2 kills, right?
Yeah. So it was Clutcher Kiss on the bug got 2.
The Clutcher Kiss, the bug of Clutcher Kiss was very aggressive in getting up the east side, or the east side. He got there very fast at the start of the round. He droned himself, he droned the archives, and he found the Jaeger, I believe.
It was a Jaeger who was trying to run out from to the balcony, the generator balcony.
Yeah, but he got on his drone. He saw him. He left the drone and wall banged him through the barricade banged him through the barricade. It was not a headshot, but it was kill.
The drone work from the bug coming in handy as he was able to pinpoint his location. The Jaeger not aware of his surroundings. He should have heard the bug coming into the balcony. Yeah. So let's see how now we're on to overtime. So the defender and attacking side is chosen on a coin toss by the game, and Meme Team going on the attack once again. Team YOLO deciding to defend upstairs on Armory. Let's see how they play this one out. They're bringing the mirror again with the bandit. Rook.
They are reinforcing the fountain wall. They'll probably be putting a mirror facing offices over here, because they are not reinforcing the wall in between. Yeah, they're putting ADS, so they will be putting a mirror, and probably a bandit will be playing by the fountain wall. Let's see what the attackers will do to counter that. They don't have any hard breach,
which is interesting to see on a armory take. No hard breach at all. 2 soft breaches, Ash and Zofia. I would say one of them should have been substituted for the Hibana, or maybe the Maverick as well. He's able to make some holes, make the defenders' lives just that little bit more difficult. But we see the Thatcher of Pupo. The Zofia doing amazing work from downstairs, getting into the main door, pushing up the metal stairs now, so she's gonna be peeking all the way into sight. There's no contention whatsoever. She just runs into sight. What is this coverage? But she downs one, just one more right to the right, but the Jaeger of the spawn peak refrags immediately. So what was that? The Zofia just running into sight, having no coverage whatsoever by the defenders, and the attackers once again just timid, just playing off of that aggression, not working out so far. Clutcher Kiss will be able to get that mirror window, but
No,
not
he
much.
will not be able to get the mirror window open. The Jaeger got the drone in time.
Okay.
And UK will get another kill on
the Twitch.
the clutch of course.
Yeah, so the Twitch is down now, and it's all down to Pablo Discobar on the Ash and Pupo on the Thatcher. It's a 2v4, not looking too easy. He's still on that. What a beautiful angle! What a beautiful angle from all the way down into Generator. That was a very unwise peek from the Frost. So let's see how they play this one out. It's still 1 minute 17 in the round. The attackers nowhere, still rotating around, looking to see if they can. They've got a nice crossfire between but the Ash couldn't peek into the mirror on Fountain. The Bandit will light her up. Pupo will go down as well as the Ash. And the first round on overtime will go to the Team YOLO. Stingby on that mirror once again, proving to be a very worthy adversary. And I have to say, a good round on behalf of Team YOLO. Just
no hard breach and an army attack. That's not something you see without a Monty or a Glass.
Not a Monty, no Glass, no smokes, and no hard breach. I have to say, like, Meme Team not on top of their decision making, not realizing where they will be playing. They should have known that it's overtime, so they can go to Armory Lockers. It has been a very safe site for Team YOLO, so I'm amazed they didn't bring the hard breach. So the Lion being teased by Umar. He switches off to the Thatcher, and now the Twitch. Let's see how they play this. No hard breach brought out by Team YOLO once again. Bringing the Nomad, they have to 6-pick off of her as per the rules. The Monty being brought up should be interesting, but no hard breach. Yep, he doesn't bring the Debana, instead the Jackal. No hard breach once again.
Yeah, but they do have the Monty and the smokes from the Jackal, and also the Ying Candelas. So let's see what they are going to do.
This looks like to be a straightforward officer's take, probably yinging out the entire room. They can't push from the armory door. Yeah, the door that's next to the armory wall, they can't push through it, but that's a very tight angle for the defenders to hold. They can easily shoot down anyone who decides to push that door. It'll be interesting to see how the attackers go about this attack. No,
so the Legion just lit himself up. The Legion of Popo was trying to throw a goo mine, but unfortunately he threw an impact grenade. Now he will be healed up by the clutch of Kiss.
By the dog of Clutcher Kiss. That's fair enough. Yeah.
From all of the attackers, or 4 of the attackers responding towards the east side, so it probably is an office take so far.
Probably, yeah. By the looks of it, they will be pushing into offices. Sledge all alone on the west side of the map, looking to see if anyone is deciding to go for a run out. None so far. Yeah, the dog of Clutcher Kiss is right next to him, and if he's able to get some information from any cameras or just sound, the Sledge decided to repel up. He hears the repel, he goes for the run out, and a beautiful kill on the Sledge. The dog of Clutcher Kiss will be able to even the score, the man count for Meme Team, and it looks like the Sledge will be off the board to 1 minute in, and Team YOLO struggling to get into the building. Clutcher Kiss will rotate all the way into CCTV, so a very important position that the defenders now have. Pablo Discobar unwisely jumping out the window. He doesn't find anyone, but at least his position will be known, and any attackers who decide to vault into that balcony will be caught out. The Jin gets a kill onto the Jaeger of Pablo Discobar, and she's looking to pre-fire. Yeah, probably. She's looking to pre-fire into the site again. I think think they're going to just bolt in at this point. The Monty smoking in, Popo holding a very tight angle between those boxes and shelf, Doc all the way into offices, so they are in good positions to negate this push. If Clutcherkiss jumps out, he might be able to catch someone on that balcony. The Ying is in a very precarious situation, but the Doc decides to not push. The Monty just holding this window like his life depends, like a barricade at this point. Getting all the information he can. The Doc is getting Jackal tracked as well. The Ying just on the left, he's trying not to peek. This is a lot of time wasted by the attackers. It's a 3v4. Someone is finally moving up the metal cell and their position will be called out. This was the Twitch, and now
And the
defenders
Popo
are
will
aware.
get a kill on the Ying. Meanwhile, the Jackal
Amazing.
trails off with the kill on the Doc, and it's all up to the Legion and the Bandit of Ham 41 and Popo.
Popo very lit right now, and it's a 2v2. Ham 4A1 gets a kill, and it's down to the GITN duo of Twitch and Monty. The Monty pushes on, he guns down Popo, he pulls the Legion right now, he misses the kill. What is going on? Ham 4A1 gets a pistol kill on
What a clutch by Ham 41 with the pistol!
Oh my god, what an amazing clutch by
On match point!
Match point, clutch, 1v2 with the bandit pistol, is making sure his pistol skills are displayed to the world, and just perfect timing to peek the Monty, who's getting the Gumai now. He wasn't able to actually leave the animation quick enough to get his shield up, and was gunned down by the bandit, getting reloaded, and then immediately engaging with the Twitch rather than stay passive. And I have to say, beautiful gunplay by Half 4A1 to keep Meme Team in this match for one more round. Can we see the first ever 4v5 win of this tournament?
It's very similar to yesterday's match where Heather clutch with the Jaeger, I think, a 1v2 clutch on the same side.
It was, yes, it was.
In the same area around archives, and then they've won the map border.
Just insane gunplay, just peeking everything.
The monitor actually
Information.
supplied some efficient cover for the bandit as the Ying, I believe, or
It was a Twitch.
Twitch.
Last
The
one was a
Twitch
Twitch.
pushed in to get the refrag on the bandit, but the monitor provided sufficient cover to the bandit, and he could see the Twitch cross through the little cracks in between the monitor and the table, and that's how he knew to peek out
Yeah,
and get the headshot.
Meme Team actually calling for a rehost. I don't think they're allowed a rehost.
Yeah, they are allowed because they have not used a rehost as of now.
Yeah, so we'll be getting a rehost for the final round of this map. Fortunately, we might be able to get the 5th person for Team YOLO in, so we might be
we'll
looking
see you on the
forward.
other side.
We will see you. And now we're finally back on this final round of border meme team on attack onto a customs defense, which is interesting because they do have ventilations open. They are opting not to attack ventilation. Wannabe Pla finally able to return for this final round. It's going to be a 5v5. The clash being showcased in this reveal phase. Interesting to see because usually she is 6 pick off. So let's see how this works out. Popo on that Thatcher will be something to look out for in this round. Uh, UK actually going for the Frost, so that's an interesting choice because the customs side doesn't really allow for a lot of Frost trap placement apart from that window on the supply room. So the Sledge actually 6 pick off to the Bliss at the last possible second, which will be very entertaining to watch because we haven't seen Blitz
They
in
are
this
letting
tournament so
go of
far.
one of the. Yeah, that yeah. He just reminded me. I think that's the first time we are seeing the Blitz, or did he appear in the yesterday's match as well?
No, not that I can remember, but
Okay,
yeah,
so we are going for customs defense. So Team YOLO is certainly throwing off the meme team because I think workshop is open to them. Yeah, it is open to
yeah,
them.
it is,
But
yes.
they are still opting to go to customs because they did manage to defend this site, I think, once.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, so they certainly feel more comfortable defending it once again.
Yeah, once again upstairs, the Jaeger, just holding off in CCTV for as long as possible. Zofia being brought, and the Hibana will be able to open the hatch from upstairs. If the Blitz decides to push into CCTV aggressively, he will be able. I don't think he will be able to find anyone inside, but he's just waiting for information from his colleagues. CCTV is left for the attackers to take.
They
The
have still
default
not taken
camera
out the default cam.
information being relayed by the default cam, which is finally shot down by Pupo. Pablo Escobar on the Ash. The Bliss is charging into the CCTV room, realizing that it's open and for the taking. They will be able to now destroy all the hatches and the floor beneath them and just disrupt any and all defenses downstairs. Meanwhile, Popo will be asserting some pressure from these windows. He's having some trouble
Doing
opening up
some
that
wall bang
barricade.
on tether walls. That's nice by Popo.
Just making sure there's no one playing inside, and whoever is scared to stay in there for too long. At the Ash now peeking down into side through the open hatch. As you can see, there's a rotation hole between sides. The Legion hanging on in the bathroom, accompanied by the Frost inside the workshop. So this will be an interesting thing because I don't think they have enough drone. They haven't droned these two to go out inside. The dog just
What a
barely
shot by
misses out.
Popo!
Popo getting those mad peaks down. What an amazing shot! Getting the kill on the dog, and Hamza gets another kill, and it's 3 fragged by Frost. Whose position is now given away. She's stuck inside the workshop, but Pupo once again outside waiting to see if someone. She has the information, and the Zofia gets the kill onto the Legion, and it's all down to the Frost and Bandit. The Bandit runs out of the window looking to see if he can find Pupo, but Wannabe Plant on the Hibana gets a sweet
Meanwhile, the
kill.
plant is going on. It's all up to
And
the
Pupo
Frost.
gets the plant down, and Pupo, the Frost on the 1v4 post plant. This is looking very difficult. All the angles have position is given way. All angles being held by the
She's
fence. He's gonna
pushed
be
by the
pushed. Clutcher Kiss on that Zofia, making good use of his utility and making sure that he gets the final kill and pushes this map to amazing gameplay. Amazing, just unfortunate timing. And there you can see Pupo on that Thatcher, MVP of this half, at least of this rehost, and definitely of the entire match as well. And just a quick break before we jump into the map 2 quickly.
Yeah, we'll be right back shortly. Okay, we are live.
And we are live with the map 2 coastline. Meme team will be attacking first, so YOLO will be the first team to ban the first operator. Just some casual banter going on in the old chat.
This is a very old Muzammil Mehdi.
So the
Okay,
thermite being banned out by Team YOLO once again, similar to the last map. Not a very usual ban you see on a coastline. What do you think, Ran?
yeah, I've not seen a termite ban as far as
Yeah.
I can remember, even in Pro League play on coastline especially. Usually it's the glass or the ying, or sometimes
And the
the-
Maverick being banned.
yeah. This
Okay,
is a
so
good ban because you won't need to worry about the small holes being poked by the Maverick inside theater hall, theater in the back of theater if you are defending penthouse. That's very annoying because the only way to hold penthouse is from theater. You can C4 it, you can stop the plant with the maestro or the echo. But if you are being challenged or you if you are being exposed by your back from the theater wall using those maverick holds, then you're very vulnerable and you cannot do much about it then. So that's a good ban, I would say. And maestro, once again, that's also a good ban. 2 bulletproof camps gone, and the last ban would probably be echo or valkyrie. Yeah, this is also a good ban for the
Meme team.
attackers. Yeah,
Yeah, they
but
definitely don't
echo is
want to
still in
deal
play, so we did not see a Mira ban or an echo ban
on coastline.
on coastline. So usually you would ban out the echo and leave the valkyrie and run the IQ, but I guess you could do the same for the yokai drones with the IQ's gadget. So
Yeah,
let's see how this
IQ will
plays
be
out.
way more important now for those late rounds because as you see Zuby bringing that Echo, the Echo drones will be very tough to spot on their own. Clutcher Kiss still figuring out who he wants to play, maybe bringing out the IQ, maybe six picking the IQ. Not sure about that. He does go for the Ash, so Hibana being brought on by Wannabe Plat. They might be as they go onto a kitchen and service entrance attack. Not a very useful operator on this defense, but once again, they might not realize that they are going for a kitchen service attack.
So they are letting their teammate know to get the bandit in all chat. But this is some next level mind games by Umar or the UK, I guess.
Attackers
So
need
they
to locate and defuse bombs.
they want to
They want
bluff
to
the
keep
attackers.
they want to keep
Keep the
Meat
attackers
Team
guessing.
on their toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, want to make sure that they don't know the site until the last possible second. Kitchen service is usually one of the most defendable sites on this map, in my opinion at least. I'm not sure what you guys think.
Yeah, it is.
The wall that you see the Echo reinforcing right now, usually you would keep that open. There you go. The mirror poking holes into that wall would allow the defenders to influence the site from the courtyard area, where you'll usually see one of the roamers. The attackers actually losing a lot of drones in the prep phase. Not something you want to see. The Twitch being able to save a drone, but a couple of full-size spawns. No spawn peak going on so far, so let's see how this plays out. Just mute bringing out the SMG-11, the Frost being played again. Really could really use someone else, maybe the Bandit or the I don't know, the Legion who was left and banned. Really powerful operator.
Popo deciding
the-
which angles he wants to set the claymore, as he's not sure if the claymore is good enough or not. He peeks the drone hole inside the bathroom, he checks his drone, there's no one inside the bathroom, so he will make that call. Meanwhile, Echo is setting up his drones, he's running the MP5 SD, the suppressed edition, and while I say that, Ash will get the first kill on kill switch, the Jaeger that is, and where did he die? He died inside of kitchen, I guess. Yeah, inside of kitchen by the bomb.
So he must have been peeking through the bomb chassis, and the Ash must have been able to get an angle from all the way outside in near the poolside area. So I have to say, good gunplay by Clutcher Kiss, not getting any damage from the Bandit as well. I have to say, poor game sense, and he'll get pinged by the drone, but he just runs into sight. He has all control of kitchen right now, and another kill by Popo as well on that Thatcher. Actually, no,
double
the Ham
kill.
on that sledge.
Double kill by the
Double kill
sledge
by
and
Ham
another
on the
kill
sledge,
by
and
the Pablo Discobar.
wow.
Flurry of kills by attack. Flawless round for meme team, as Ash and Sledge each get 2 piece, and then Twitch finishes it off with her one. One of her
I
own.
have to say that was a really poor defense by the team YOLO. They didn't account for anyone inside that sunrise bar. They peeked too much, and there you can see UK 401 just too salty to stay in, deciding to leave. They might need a rehouse soon.
If they call
or
for
he-
it, that is.
Yeah, if they call for it, if they want to, they can stay in. Just waiting on any information from the admins, and no, they will call for rehouse so far.
I guess they will be playing as a 4v5
Yeah.
until he reconnects. So once again we'll be seeing a 6th pick off of the mute or to the
Will
Jaeger.
it be?
I think it was the last time it was off of a smoke to the mute.
Yes, it was. Yes.
This time it is to the Jaeger.
Yeah. Interesting to see that no Mira being brought out for the second time, and now it is a penthouse
They did bring out
defense.
a Muriel the last time. And
Oh, they did. Yeah, they did. Never mind. They did, but not on a penthouse defense where she is more valuable, where she is more useful. Let's see how
we will
this
be getting
works
a
out.
quick rehost this time, and we'll be back shortly. So a big oof coming out from the UK 4001, the one and only. We are
So
back
we
quickly.
did have.
Yeah, as promised, that was a quick rehost.
Yeah, just it was an unfortunate disconnect very early into the second round, but we will be getting quickly into the match. Just making sure the stream is working properly. Back to a penthouse theater defense for the round 2. Ham once again on that sledge, who did so much work last round, and Ash on that clutcher kiss on that Ash, just demolishing the defense last time around inside kitchen. So the kitchen
He
definitely
was
not
spotted out.
working.
He was spotted out by the echo drone by the Sunrise Bar. He was hit by the echo drone as well, but the the call was not made in time, I guess, and the Mira could not land her shots on the Ash. She did lit her up very much, but the Ash managed to get the headshot at the end.
Yeah, even though she was echoed, that did not deter her from the fact that she had to push the site and destroy anything and everyone she could find. Now a penthouse theater defense, bandit being brought, and a mirror. So they actually are shaking up their defender lineup for the rehouse. The wall. If you would just not shake that street around too much, it's a bit disorienting for me. So yeah, the wall towards VIP will be being reinforced. All of the site from theater will be reinforced as well. It'll be interesting to see where the mirror decides. So yeah, where you see Mira making holes on the floor there, you can get a nice angle towards anyone who's pushing in from the door, and see from the main door, the Lamborghini door actually, and wannabe player is making sure he gets all the default cams, and there's not that big. She can take as much utility away from the defenders as possible. Clutcher kiss swiftly, 30 seconds and he's already into pink bar, just droning himself in, and there's no coverage, no vertical drone from Team YOLO once again. But as I say that, a quick flurry of kills as the...
So the pulse ran out on the Thatcher of Popo, but he was immediately refragged by the Twitch of Pablo Escobar. Meanwhile, the Ash gets another kill, a double kill by the Ash. Onto
Ash just running havoc onto whoever it was, but now she's just running all the way into guitar. Now she gets hit by a Kumai so position away, but she just runs into the side. She doesn't care about anyone or anything at all. She is all the way into side. She's very low on health, so if she gets hit by the bandit battery on the walls, that will damage her, as you can see that happened right here. She kills one using her Ash charge. What an amazing play, and she finishes it up with a 4K. What an amazing round by Clutcher Kiss, showing off his amazing gun skill. Just there you go. The Echo had no opportunity to reflect and respond to what was happening. The freight train, that was the Ash, just getting up and killing everything she could find. I have to say, beautiful gunplay, beautiful game sense, and just poor information gathering by the
Ash
Echo.
just entered the building and she got 2 immediate kills. She got a total of 4K, and then she also got a breach charge kill after she blinded the mirror behind the mirror where she was playing inside the theater hallway. And she killed her with her breaching charge. I guess she was lit up by the sledge's nade probably earlier on in the round.
Probably, yeah.
That was a nice 4K by the Ash, and he shows up for his team once again.
Even from the last map, he's carrying on that momentum. Despite the fact there were a lot of rehosts, he still has that momentum that he's carrying into this map now. As we go into the round 3, back to a kitchen defense. Team YOLO really struggling to find their stride in this map.
Yeah.
Defenders protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Meme team's whole roster is back, and then they've got the momentum on their side as well.
Have the emotions on their side as well, because they realize now that they have won the first map based on the fact that throughout most of that map they were 4v5, so even that couldn't land Team YOLO the victory. As you can see, Castle barricading off that door that leads into kitchen service entrance, which might delay the attack just a bit. Once again, a lot of drones being lost during the prep phase.
Only one
definitely
drone left
not
for the
advisable.
Which
Which
is
is also
the Mira. And he will not
Will
get
he
the
get?
Mira. No, she did not get the Mira. The drone was shut down by the Jaeger at the very last moment.
So poor droning, poor drone economy. I have to say this will hurt them later on in the round. But as we saw, Clutcher Kiss, he only needed one drone to gather all the information he needed. He will be once again pushing all the way onto the kitchen window. Just 20 seconds in, he doesn't care about anything at all. He's uh, pushing right towards that window, peeking in, making sure there's no one there, or whoever decides to Kiko will get destroyed. There is a Jaeger ADS that has been cleared out on that window, just making sure that all the utility later on can be wasted. Castle hanging on upstairs though, holding on to VIP will be an important operator for the defense, because VIP is a very important area for the defenders to hold. If they can get hold of the VIP, they can easily open up all the flooring using the ash, maybe the breach charges and the sledge, and they can just destroy anyone who's inside, hold off all rotations. As you can see, Clutcher Kiss on the ash once again, deciding to rotate all the way into the blue bar now, just dancing around the site. Meanwhile, a quick flurry of kills as Pablo Discobar on the Twitch and the Ash is getting kill after kill. The Twitch has actually pushed all the way into sight. Only 2 defenders left. She realizes there's someone playing near that mirror behind. She gets the down on the Echo. It's a 4v1 against Castle while upstairs. Unfortunately, his teammates are unable to win any gunfight. Clutcher is actually down by a frostbound. Unfortunate. He will be finished off by the Pokeball by Castle. He still has one more impact grenade left that he can possibly use.
He's on 1 HP right now. He's
1 HP and a dream right now. Post plant, it's looking very difficult. All angles being held, his position given away, and Paulo Discobar on the Twitch will end this round. A perfect 3 round. Apart from that one mean kill on the Ash, it was a perfect round, actually, by Meme Team.
And it's a neat, clean scoreboard for Meme Team. 3 donuts all the way down to from one of the plat to him for one, and only Clutcher Case and Pablo Discobar getting all the kills so far for their teams.
Yeah, so the
each.
contributions from Wannabe Plat, Popo, and Hamza, definitely not being relayed by the scoreboard, but as we know, the 3 rounds that were played, they were very one-sided, and at least one of them was a team effort, at least by Meme Team, but one of them was just the Ash of Clutcher Kiss running rampage on that penthouse defense. So round number 4.
So this has happened twice now, that on their defense on kitchen, first the Ash just walked in through the door and she got the kill. She got 2 kills, I guess, inside kitchen, and this time the Twitch entered the kitchen through the door and got 2 kills once again, even though she was turned by the Echo drone, but they're not able to shut them down, and that's not good for the defenders.
Yeah, I have to say the vertical roam coming in by Team YOLO is perfectly negated by these aggressive plays by Meme Team, realizing that there's not a lot of horizontal pressure being applied by Team YOLO on the sides. They're not going on to a hookah defense. They're definitely trying out all the sides they can. 3 rounds in, they still haven't won a single round. Definitely struggling to find their stride. The Legion being brought on, will be making a rotation all the way from between the 2 sides. Vigil bringing the SMG-12, definitely not an easy gun to play with. The Echo drone by UK will be an interesting sight because its positioning is very important, because if the Echo dies early...
He wanted to make an impact hole in the corner, so that's why he told his teammate to retreat his drone to safety, and that's what he did. Good communication on Team YOLO's part.
Yeah. Now the ruin spawned by the sledge, and he runs all the way from
she's
the
inside
edge
the
of
building
map.
once again. Only 30 seconds into the round and she's already inside, and she does spot the Echo drone.
Yeah, she sees that the Echo drone is just there, and she tries to shoot it. She will miss it, and she'll miss it once again. Just unfortunate timing by the Echo. You will save his drone.
By the Echo.
Well, fortunate timing actually. she's now rappelling onto the hookah window, so aggressive plays were on the board at first, but the dog will actually get downed, up and then down again by the Twitch. So VIP control is in the hand of the Twitch, of the attackers. They might not realize that, but they have penthouse as well, although there are a few defenders on the other side of that door just there. Legion looking to peek all the way outside, definitely not advisable. He will land some shots onto the Ash, it will down her. He doesn't realize that yet, but he can use that. But no, she just pushes right in. He just gets a free kill onto the Ash, who was 1 HP. They could have gone for the reset, but no, Clutterkiss decides to be aggressive. Definitely not advisable, as this now a 4-4, 1 minute 30, 1 minute 20 on the clock, and it's looking difficult for the
Jaeger is down by the bandit rather, has been down by the sledge, and he will get this kill. And the Twitch will get the kill, and the Twitch has been down in return.
So there's a lot of downs going on.
Echo is on his drone! He will be killed by the sledge, and he will revive his teammate of Pablo Discobar, and it's now down to a 2v3 for the Legion and the Vigil only now. He will be spotted on the
stairs. He'll miss a lot of shots. The Twitch missing some uncharacteristic shots, with a nade from Hamza not missing. Perfect communication coming out from the team, and a Kobe shot all the way from deep into billiards. A beautiful shot. And Stingby just getting a little salty with the
they don't want CCC.
Yeah, CCC. No, I was about to say that. Game mechanics, sure, they are using all the mechanics they can to assure the victory. Hookah defense definitely not working out for them again. I have to say, Meme Team has really recovered from those the previous matches deficits that they had, and now they're really showing up on map number 2, Coastline, seeming to be the map that they know what to do and how to negate all the pressure that the Team YOLO is deciding to spread out onto the map. Sting B moving away from the pulse to the dock, the dock and Brook being brought out. Usually that would signify a tilt factor being instilled onto Team YOLO.
You usually see that on Evil Geniuses when they are down a few rounds. They'll bring out the 2 ACOGs and will go for the spawn peaks. So let's see if we see something similar in this round.
Let's see how they utilize the 2 operators. They will be going back to Penthouse. Nothing has worked for them so far. They've tried all 4 sites except for the blue bar, pink bar downstairs. They've tried all 3 of the sites on this map, and nothing has worked for them. The Mira just making some pre-made holes for the defenders to use from downstairs. This signifies that maybe someone will be playing from down into kitchen service entrance.
So once again, as we can see, one of the drones has been lost, and then again Sledge is pushing his drone into the side, just losing it for no reason. Very poor drone economy by the Tigers so far.
Yeah, but they're making it work. They're losing all this drone, but they still have enough information on
somehow.
the
I don't know how,
regardless.
but somehow.
Yeah,
they don't need the drones, I guess. They can face drone themselves, face check themselves.
Yeah, they're just on top of their gunfights right now. They're not losing anything.
The Vigil is roaming downstairs. He's expecting the Dokkaebi to rush in from one of these doors.
But Dokkaebi will actually decide to not push him and except go for a sunrise bar tape. She knows that the Vigil is somewhere near the door to service entrance. The Vigil will actually now rotate into bathroom. The Dokkaebi is definitely aware of his position. He just has to. She can maybe use her logic bomb here. I'm not sure she realizes that she's awfully close to the Vigil. They're just playing a game of cat and mouse right now. And if she pushes, he'll be able to find him. And a beautiful shot by Clutterkiss using that SMG-12, which is very unruly, but amazing shot. And now the Vigil is down, and it's all the but it's refract by the Rook of Killswitch. Once again, UK 401 being disconnected, but we cannot get a rehouse because there have been kills in this round, and he has to make his way back soon. So Clutcher Kiss is now down inside Capellias again. The Dog and Rook roam coming out from Team YOLO, finally bearing some fruit as he just pre-fires into VIP. The Rook holding on luggage, realizing there might be someone pushing from there. It's a 3v3. It's a very doable position, but Wannabe Plat gets a good kill on the Hibana. He's now looking to open
The
up
Rook is on the flank. He almost gets a headshot on the Thatcher of Pupo. He will
I don't
not
think he realized that. I don't think he realizes that. But a C4 kill coming out.
You
It's
did
now
see
back
the
to-
Hibana going for the plant. He might get the kill on the Hibana if he shoots the Claymore. I don't know if Thatcher can provide sufficient cover. The Thatcher will not be providing any cover. He's reloading. Oh my god. This is not looking good.
Oh no way. The Rook opens up an impact hole.
The Bandit did get a C4 kill on the Hibana who was trying to plant. The Popo is looking to go through the wall, do some Harry Potter magic, but that's not possible.
She's just caught. He's just caught off position, and unfortunate timing for a Popo that the Rook pushed on just as he was about to move into the
So
wall.
very nice, lovely donut so far by the Popo. He has not decided to step up till now. Let's see when she or he will wake up.
Yeah, Popov definitely giving contributions that are not shown on the scoreboard yet, but he's definitely the last person alive on the team always. So it's difficult for the defenders to deal with him, but once he gets into those one-on-one fights, he's just not looking on top of his gunfight so far. So a cap can being brought on by Team YOLO on this last defender round, possibly looking to shake up the attacker lineup, maybe bring on an IQ for that cap can, but Thatcher is sufficient to deal with it as well. It's a hookah defense, so a Jaeger is understandable. There's a lot of throwables on the attacker side, so they can easily deal that with the Jaeger ADS.
So some very low ping for UK, almost touching the 9999 mark.
Yeah, that's
Let's
gonna
see
be a
if we
very
can hang
very
on to the
big
rope.
oofski soon enough.
And there he goes.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Do
as
they
many
have a
bombs as they
rehost
can.
left?
I think they used their rehost.
One of the rehosts or both of them?
I think they used one of them. I'm not sure.
I think one of.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, they used one of them. Yeah.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb.
So the Twitch did get one of the cams downstairs, and the Hibana has already lost one of her drones, or yeah, one of her drones in the prep phase. Capcan will be put in. Sorry?
So he's already played 3 of his yeah, so this one, the door, usually the attackers will not be looking for any captain class on that door, and if the Thatcher is not able to get it, that could be really difficult for the attackers to deal with. Let's see how they work this attack this time. The Twitch being the only one spawning by the pool side. Pushing out to the hookah balcony. Now this is interesting because this is a very old strategy of how he's attacking, making sure he gets all the default counters. A very default claymore as well. Looking to drone in for herself. Now she can get the yep, there we go. The Captain Trap and the Jaeger ADS dealt with. Perfect
Gets
drone.
a lot of
droning.
utility.
Pardon?
She did get a lot of utility with her. She chases the Legion as well. She did not get any goo mines so far.
Bomb located by
But she is able to get the Legion down to 90 health, which is understandable, which is very
Capcan did see the Thatcher. I guess the Thatcher has already seen the Capcan as well. The Thatcher of Popo might get the kill on the Capcan. If he decides to push in, he will decide to push in and he will lit up the Capcan. But he will miss some shots and the Capcan will get the frag on the Thatcher. He's almost down to 5 HP, I guess. But the Thatcher will be shut down. He might get a rehost. Oh, I mean a reset, but he will be shut down. We've been getting so many rehosts that we call a reset a rehost. Anyway, the Hibana did get the kill.
Onto the cap cannons now at 2v3 with the Jaeger and Legion. The Ash is missing a lot of shots, which is very uncharacteristic of him. The Sledge actually just pre-firing into the site as well. Good communication coming in on the side of Team Meme, but the spawn peak on the Jaeger stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's really no way he can move away. He's stuck.
He's being pinched from both sides. The Sledge, I guess, yes, he did drone him out. And he will need the Jaeger, and he gets
what
an
a
easy
beautiful grenade through the drone hole. He really needed a Jaeger ADS for himself there. And Clutcher and Paulo Discobar actually on the Ash, just cleaning up the round and making sure they go on to a 5-1. I have to say, beautiful half by Meme Team.
Nice play by the Sledge. He droned himself in, and he knew the Jaeger's position because he saw him on the drone, and he knew he could nade him out through the drone hole. He cooked the nade perfectly to get the kill on the Jaeger.
Yeah, and now we've switched halves now, round number 7. Meme Team goes on to a defense, so let's see how the defense holds on, because Coastline is usually considered to be an attacker-sided map. Unfortunately, the 5th guy for Team YOLO still hasn't returned. We might not be getting a rehost, so Team YOLO might have to play with a 4-man team. Truly unfortunate circumstances. The pulse being brought on by Pablo Discobar usually signifies he'll be playing downstairs by the bathroom service entrance area. It'll be very important for any late round plant denial or anyone vaulting in through the big window, the double window on Penthouse. So it'll be interesting to see where he actually plays, but
Mir is asking his teammates, I guess, if they want to reinforce this wall or the other one.
They're not sure what to do. Meanwhile, the Legion of Football just making sure he does all the work that's necessary. They're definitely thinking about
has still not broken the egg. She really likes the egg and she wants to keep the egg.
Yeah, so Pablo Discobar bringing a C4 will be very influential later on in the round if the attackers are unable to shake him off from downstairs. That is, if he decides to play down there. Kill switch on the Hibana, a very standard operator considering they're going to be attacking VIP. Usually they're going to be taking into VIP and then opening up that wall that leads into Penthouse. Get a plant down behind the bomb, and that's where the C4s from the theater as well as downstairs will come in handy for the defenders. Paulo Discobar hanging around in the kitchen area, waiting if anyone decides to peek. He decides to rush in. He realized that if the attackers do anything like they did last time around, they would rush in with not a lot of droning, and so he would be able to pounce on anyone, but he's just staying there, awfully timid, waiting if anyone would decide to push.
Popo is aggressively peeking out through the VIP double window. Not very wise for him.
For him, I think he gets a drone. I think, yeah, that's half a clip onto a drone. So
he has not put down 2 of his goon mines that he still has in his pocket. As I say that, he will make that 1 and 0. He finally puts down his goon mines. Meanwhile, Zofia gets a kill on Pablo Discobar. The Pulse that was playing downstairs, but I guess he was rotating up the stairs somehow. But yeah, so she will be
a lot of damage done to the a lot of damage done to the Zofia as well. So it's just 1 or maybe 2 body shots to her will be able to down her.
So the walls on VIP are bandaged, are like shocked wire right now, and they don't have any. I guess they have the Zofia to go from downstairs and
Yeah.
What a shot by Popo! He finally breaks the donut.
Popo
What a
finally
pixel
breaking
angle.
donut. What a long pixel angle being held from all the way deep inside the bomb site. I'm still getting over Popo right now. Yeah, a beautiful angle. I did not know
With a
about this
reflex
angle.
sight, mind you, that was a nice shot to the Hibana. That was your only hard breach, and that's also gone. So it's a 3v4 situation right now for YOLO team. Someone hit a goom mine. I guess it was the Twitch.
Yeah, so the Twitch now moving into VIP as well as the Ash, looking to see if anyone's there.
So the
They
Jaeger
have
will
a
down the Zofia, but he might not know about it, and he will get the kill.
And he will go out to get the confirm on the Zofia, and it's all down to the Twitch. Not looking too good because she's lit up. She will actually down the Jaeger and get it, so it's a 1v2 with 6 seconds left. Can she do it? She'll go for the reload. And where is everyone? The Mira is sitting behind a mirror, and no, the defenders hold on, and Meme Team moves this to match point. Oh my god, this is actually one of the fastest maps I've seen so far go to match point this quick. What do you think, Ran?
Sorry?
What do you think what happened in that round after they took
So
control of VIP?
unfortunately, it started off with a 4v5 for Team YOLO. They don't have a sub to substitute right now, a substitute to sub in right now, and they were already at a man disadvantage. And I guess they already lost one. Oh no, it was the Pulse that died.
Yeah,
Start of
so the
round, right?
Pulse
Yeah.
Pulse died in hookah.
Yeah, so it was a 4v4, but they did not have enough time, and the main linchpin of that attack was the lack of the hard breacher. They only had the Hibana, but they could not make any use of her because the walls towards Penthouse were banditted. But they could have gone to the white stairs, and they could have opened up the back of theater, but they decided not to, which really made them.
Yeah, or what else they could have done is have someone rappel onto the double window and manually shoot down the batteries on
Yeah.
the wall.
They did
But
have the
that was
Zofia,
very
who could have
risky as
also.
well.
Yeah, they did kill the Pulse downstairs, or maybe he was rotating upstairs and he was killed
Yeah.
in hookah. So
He was
they-
killed in hookah.
Yeah, they could have thrown down the kitchen, and they could have got the batteries from downstairs as well, because they did have the Zofia for 2 impact nades.
Would have been sufficient, yes. I would agree. But once again, just not enough droning and information gathering coming out from the attackers.
P90 being brought up by the Rook. That's the first one.
Yeah, definitely the first P90 we're seeing in this tournament. Clutcher Kiss making sure that he can play with as many guns as possible. He will be bunkering down in just making sure his knife skills are on point, just flicking around, making sure his mouse works. The P90 is not a very optimal weapon on the dog. He does have the EP5, which is going to be nerfed very soon on the next patch actually that comes up. Its damage will be reduced, so the P90 will get a bit more play in the next patch. But he's looking to peek out from the kitchen window, and Hamza is actually peeking towards the roof of the aquarium. So 30 seconds in, and the attackers are still outside, just on their guns, looking to see if they can find anyone. Wannabe Plat is using his carbine. Definitely
They do
not
have-
the weapon you want to
They
use.
did have 2 impacts on, but they did not
rough.
use them. Rotation.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yikes.
So the Legion somehow, the purple, did bring a shield, and they I don't know.
Maybe
where
they maybe had a strat that required a shield at the dock, and the
I
rook
don't see
decided
the
not to
shield
bring it.
anywhere. I don't know where the
Yeah.
shield went. So they used one of the impacts to make a rotate between aquarium and billiards, and then another one between billiards and hookah.
Definitely not something you see every day. Usually we'll have that wall barricaded up because holding aquarium. Oh, there we go. There is
Popo gets
the
another
shield.
kill.
Popo getting a kill on that balcony onto the Ying. That's very important utility gun. Popo really showing up in these final rounds. Clutcher Kiss really being aggressive on this balcony, and he
Lose out.
misses, barely misses onto Dirty Spawn Peak on the Thatcher, who'll get Another kill by Stingbee on the Hibana, so it's a 3v3 now. Shield just make sure there's no ADS inside, and it's looking difficult for the attackers now because there's only 1 minute left. They don't have the Ying anymore, but if they can somehow get into Aquarium, they have a free access into site through that rotation hole. Just barely missing.
God, Popo did
What?
hear the Twitch step into the goo mine, but he was not aware of her position. But he...
The Twitch pushing aggressively onto the cool vibe stairs. He will be peeked by the Jaeger. It's a 2v2. A refract coming on earlier, so the dock of Ham 4A1 really crucial for holding all the angles. The dock just barely missing on the shots on the Twitch on the cool vibe
Twitch
stairs.
is very lit up. She might be no,
they
she'll not
don't
get a
have,
reset.
they do not have enough time for a reset. So she'll be just droning in for the dock, just trying to find any information she can. Hibana pushing into Aquarium. She will be beating the Jaeger, so it's down to a 1v2 with only 50 seconds left. The diffuser's all the way other side of the map, but no. The Twitch just running into cool vibe stairs once again. Zubi getting the kill on the dock.
That's
Proper
clutch on
droning.
match point. That's nice clutch by the Twitch and the Hibana. The Twitch did step into the goo mine, but she was still able to get the frag on the Legion, who was unaware of its surroundings, zero game sense as to where the goo mine was hit.
Yeah, there have been some sound bugs coming around, so maybe
Yeah, probably.
they were in the account. They caused him to not being able to hear the Twitch running up. Unfortunately, their fifth is unable to join still. It's on match point, and I don't think it's going to be going any other way. Hookah being brought out by Meme Team once again, so it'll be interesting to see how they decide to shake up their defense now that they're playing a Frost instead of the I don't know who was the fifth the defender last
The
time
fifth
around.
defender was UK. Are you talking about their fifth member on the roster? Or?
Fifth defender, no, the fifth defender last time around.
Last time that was the Ham one, the dock of Ham.
It was a pulse. No, it was a pulse.
Who?
I
The
think.
one that died? Okay, never mind. We'll be going for a short rehost. We'll be back shortly.
We're back with the final few rounds, possibly the final round for Team Meme, although they have lost one of their players once again. So Wannabe Plat will not be able to join us for this round, which could possibly be the final one of this map. 6-2 scoreline, match point for Meme Team. A blitz being brought by by Zuby, who's spawning by that poolside. Interesting to see how they'll be using blitz. Hookah billiards defense by Team YOLO. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Once again, no mirror is understandable because the site doesn't really allow a lot of mirror play. The Jaeger being brought, which is absolutely essential because a lot of throwables on the side of the defense. The smokes by the Blitz, the Zofia, the Thatcher as well. The Capital, though, will be a very interesting pick by a Kill Switch, who will be running the Para 308. It'll be his drone just placed outside hookah balcony. His smoke placement will be very crucial in possibly a plant later on in the round. Clutcherkiss going for the poolside run now. He's just staying by that door, waiting if anyone decides to just run up. He might be coming soon in with the blitz. The blitz is showing up like hello, but he will be down and killed. The blitz kills so early, and the Capita will be peeking right beside him as well. But the Capita will almost a headshot, and no, the Capita decides to fall off, as well as the Rook, who will rotate all the way back to side, half health, but he has downed one of the most crucial assets possibly for the attackers, which was that blitz. They lose lose a set of smokes, as well as the shield. That was the blitz. Pupo on the Jaeger with a deep roam near VIP, rotating, just roaming around site right now. Stingby just barely missing his shots onto the Jaeger. He realizes that there is someone roaming around there, but Touch Your Kiss is now brought back to 75 health, not wasting a lot of stim shots on him. He will be now aggressively peeking this hookah balcony as well. He will see what's barely missing some shots onto the Capitao, who is lit to almost very low health. He will be deciding to peek once again the debris, the client side debris, hindering our ability to see what he's seeing. But the Capitao is down and out. An unwise move as he downs the diffuser as well. Another peek coming in from the Hibana, who will Zofia, I think, who will get lit up. Not a lot of bullets landed there, but the damage done. They've lost the Blitz, they've lost the Capital, so all smokes are now officially off the board. Damage done to the Zofia as well. The Zofia gets a beautiful one tap onto the Rook once again, so it's now back to a 3v3 with only a minute left. The Hibana of Steinby gets another kill onto Pupo of the Jaeger. On that Jaeger, he will be now looking to put. Okay, so the Thatcher was now, wow, and a flurry of kill by the defenders as the Legion and Rook of Hamza racking up the kills. So it's all down to the Zofia of Dirty Spawn Peak, just stationed outside the hookah balcony. She'll be droning herself in. 42 seconds left. She does have the diffuser in hand, and probably can be using her just some client side issue there with the guns, but she does have some utility. She'll be walking into sight. They know of her position now as she has just walked through the barbed wire, or I think, but no, she pre-fires and she's down and out, and that is it. That is a GGVP, a cleanup by the Legion of Pablo Discobar, and beautiful gunplay there, beautiful aggression, unbridled aggression actually coming in from Team Meme to finish out this map on a 2-2, but that end of the match scoreline is definitely not a justification for the match that we have had over the two maps. GGVPs coming in, well played from the chat, and we will be going on to. This will be the last map, an amazing match coming in from Meme Team. The first map definitely being the closer of the two. I have to say, beautiful gunplay, beautiful aggression, and knowing when to peek, knowing when not to peek, and just strats on top of their strats, on top of their gunfights, and just beautiful
I don't
Run.
realize. Yeah, I don't realize how many kills. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember how many kills Wannabe Plat got in the second map and in the first one before his disconnect. But I think after he got back into the team, they were very dominant on the other team, and they really showed their mettle, and they got a clean 2-0 against Team YOLO, yesterday's victors from against Team SKH. So that's
Yeah,
it for
same
today, I
match.
guess. Two
Yeah,
matches
that will.
down for today. We'll be having two more matches tomorrow, which will both be quarterfinals. So this was our first quarterfinal. No, the last match was our first quarterfinal that JTF won
And
against
this was the JTF won
Mystics.
against Mystics,
Yeah,
and this was the second. This was the last qualifier actually, which was supposed to be before, but just time and constraints. And this was the final qualifier actually for the quarterfinal now. And Mean Team will be playing tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, they will be playing the day after. And we'll be finding out tomorrow who they will be playing against. Mean Team getting a sweet 2-0. So
and
let's see how
that's
this works.
yeah, that's it for us for tonight. Would you like
And
to end the stream now?
yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for keeping up with us, even though there were a lot of free hosts, a lot of unfortunate circumstances that led to a lot of V5s in situations. But thank you for holding on, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow as well. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.